If you haven't heard, there's a brand new game out right now called Supervive. Vive with a V, not a B. Though if you play, you could supervive. Anyway, many people have come into stream lately and have asked about this game. If people are asking about it, they're probably asking if they should pick it up or not. So I thought, let me give you the definitive answer to that question. Yes, me. This face will never lie to you. First off, what is Supervive? It's a top-down hero battle arena. Think League meets Fortnite. You can play either in teams of 2 or 4, and you're striving to be the last team standing as the map starts to shrink down over time. Does this sound fun? Sound like something you might pick up? Well, let's go over the list of things that it's got going for it. First off, to start the list, it's free to play. That's right, $0 down, no monthly fees. No pay to win here. Free is a great price tag, especially if you're not really sure you'd like the game. It doesn't cost you anything to give it a try. Okay, the next item on the list has a little bit more substance to it. The art. The art in this game is fantastic. The map has multiple different areas that represent different biomes. There's Dawn Caps with all its ice, Chaos Steps with its brightly purple lava, the Machinery of Gridlock, the Desert of the Enshrine, and many more. All brightly colored and uniquely designed so it doesn't feel like you're just getting a color palette swap as you move across the map. Each region does seem to have a primary color that it focuses on, but they're all very well done. The art also extends to the heroes you can play as well. Even the palette swaps of the skins have little details that you wouldn't notice right away. Here, let me show you. Okay, so talking about the skins, I'm gonna focus mainly on Shrike because she's the character that I have probably the most hours in, as well as the most skins for. So Shrike art very detailed, even to the point where we're looking at the feathers on the cape, tattoos and things like that, and it's hard to see from here, but you can when you load into the game you can kind of see that she's got some freckles detailed up in here. So very intricate character design, very detailed. A lot of her things are bird themed, so you see the crow skull here, the wings here, and I'll get to show some other stuff off too. But so this is just her original skin, and then here is the Dark Order skin. Notice it's still got a lot of the same stuff. We still have very similar like bird themes on the cape because you can kind of see that bird head in there. Now we've got the shadowy ethereal stuff coming off the bottom of the cape. Now instead of a thing on her shirt, it's an emblem. They have just done a whole lot to make this character seem really cool, really pop, and put a lot of detail into it. So much so that if you notice, they even changed one of her eye colors and gave her like a scar on this eye, which again, you can see kind of as we zoom in later on. So it's not just a palette swap. But on top of that, there are different versions of this same skin that you can purchase. There's Imperial, there's Viper, there's Twilight. And the cool thing is, if you look on the back of all of their capes are even a little different. So they're adding in little things like the snakes, and also still changing that eye color and that scar color, because they're just paying the smallest amount of details to notice, like, make something pop. And then a cool thing with this game is if you go through and you're like, man, I really like the skin, I want to buy all the variants for it. When you buy all the variants for it, it unlocks the Luxe edition. Now I think this might just be for legendary skins because not all skins have Luxe versions, but the Luxe version takes this skin and gives it basically a white and sparkly overtone, or overhaul, excuse me. And now we've changed it back to the original design of the cape, but the dark shadowy ethereal is coming off of it. We've changed the gun color, the eye color has been shifted again, the hair, everything has changed. And again, it's just a little bit of a power swap, but you get this little sparkle effect that comes off of it now. Just small little details that they have done as they go through and change the look of these heroes. Now, excuse me, hunters. There are some hunters that have similar things to this. So like Jewel has an alley cat skin that you can go through and change the color on, but notice I don't have these, so it pops up, here's the option to purchase. And then once I do have it, all these others, I can purchase the Lux edition. So same suit, but that bright pearl white shiny color, purple and pinks. It just looks really nice. Okay, so we've talked about price and art, and now let's talk gameplay. Do you like fast-paced action games? Do you like getting together with 1 to 3 of your friends and dropping into battle with other players? Supervive has all that. With all these heroes and how they can mix and match in a team, there are hundreds of different ways to play. There are also powers, map conditions, and differing drop mechanics that give each game something unique. Games can last anywhere from a couple of seconds, if you know, you know.
Oh, fudge.
Flip it! To 30 minutes, but it's always thrilling. And speaking of thrilling, the gameplay and style have a potential to lead to really exciting plays like this one. I tried to turn around, I'm sorry guys. I saw it too late.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
Go, 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 yes!
Nice! Let's go! Let's go!
Back and forth! Holy crap!
Yay!
Finally, let's talk about the thing that really won me over, the dev team. Theorycraft Gaming truly cares about this game, but more than that, they care about their community that plays the game. As of recording this, the game has only been out a couple of weeks and we already have 2 balance patches. The devs are constantly watching their game and attempting to adjust it in a balanced and fun way. In that same vein, I want to take a minute and make a special mention here. There was a proposed change in the first patch to the queuing system for high elo players. Essentially, once you get to a certain high elo, instead of getting a squad of 4 together, you could only duo queue and into duos or squads. They attempted to change that so that when those really powerful teams would get into a game with lower elo players, that it wouldn't seem so one-sided. They would limit the amount of people that could get together. This would have been a temporary fix while the devs try to make the MMR system or perfect the MMR system. Some of the community didn't really like the change and they brought it to the devs' attention. They took that information, had open discussions with the people that brought that information to them, and ultimately rolled that change back. This all happened within hours of the patch dropping. So to Theorycraft, thank you for listening to your community and being open to make adjustments if it is really something the community doesn't like. I'm not used to something like that coming from Pokemon Unite, so this is something very refreshing to see. Okay, enough of this happy stuff. So the big reasons that I think this game is worth picking up are the art, the devs, the price, and the gameplay. But I don't think I would be doing a service to all of you watching if I didn't present an honest and rounded approach. This game is still in beta, means you're going to run into some bugs. Some that I currently know of, there's server issues where you have a server locked in to communicate with and you might get thrown to another server. There are random crashes in the game. The MMR and ranked modes haven't been perfected yet, so some games can seem a little one-sided, especially if you get some of those big name teams against you. While these are things to watch out for, I want to make mention of the last positive point that we have devs that care, and that these issues are already on their radar and they're already working towards fixing them. The server issues already have some workarounds, which generally only lasts 1 game. And while the game crashing is extremely annoying, it does load very quickly and you are pretty much guaranteed to get back into that same game within a minute or 2 maximum. I've never had an issue where I was unable to get back into the same game, and generally, even if a fight had broken out, I'm back in before that fight finishes. So do I think this is something you should invest your time in and pick up? Unequivocally, yes. I've been playing this game since alpha. I've seen quite a few changes be implemented, and a lot of those changes I think are going to be pushing this game to do very well over its lifespan. It has a potential to have a very long lifespan. Plus the game is a lot of fun to play, especially if you get the right group together. So honestly, give it a try, give it a download, get some games in, and maybe we can drop together sometime.